Hi everyone, we're just waiting for a couple of minutes until we start at 1 o'clock. So give us a little comment and tell us where you're watching from. Hopefully you can hear me over these noisy lambs. And if you can just let me know that you're hearing me and these noisy lambs loud and clear. Hi to Ailsa Malcolm's watching. Sharon Lenny. Kevin Clark. Hi everyone. Hello from Preston, Lancashire. David. Laura Goodall from Edinburgh. We'll see you shortly, Laura. Audrey Middleton. Hello from Ayrshire. Hi Paul. Hi Veronica Collins from Bogowney. Have you started lambing yet, Veronica? Drew's watching. Hi Liz. Oh thanks, you can hear me well, that's super, thanks. Inchick Granary. Hi from Inchick Farm. Heather from Falkirk. Hi from Western Australia. Wow. Hi Lucy from Peatin. Veronica's still waiting for her sheep to lamb. Shan, hi Evan and Cam. Hi from Nova Scotia. Wow. Oh, it's super. It's lovely to hear where you're all from. I'm going alone because my helpers are all busy lambing sheep. I'm just waiting on Logan coming back. He's head of pet lambs. Hi Granny, loud and clear from Couris. From Kintyre. Hi from Ewan. Oh, hi Laura. Lauren and Ella from Edinburgh. They were with us earlier on in lambing season. Shannon Evan. Oh, this is super. So I think it's 1 o'clock now, so I'll just switch the camera around quickly. Hi everyone, I'm Katie from East Craigduckie and we run Craigduckie Shepherds Huts here just 3 miles north of Dunfermline. We're in Fife and we're about an hour from Edinburgh, or just under an hour from Edinburgh and an hour from Glasgow, so we're quite central. So we're really excited to welcome you today. As I say, I'm going it alone, but hopefully I'll have some helpers as we go round. So if you want to ask any questions, we'd love to hear your questions. So just type them in the comments and I'll try and do them as they're popping up on the screen. But if I miss any, I'll try and get back to you later on this afternoon, or drop us a message as well if you've got any questions. So that's fab. So it's all a bit chaotic. We started, well, we're supposed to start on the 1st of April. So we lamb about 1,500 ewes. We lambed 150 early. And now we're in the main lot, which we're supposed to start on the 1st of April, but we've been quite busy for the last couple of days. We've had a really busy morning. This morning, I think we've had about 20 or 30 ewes lambing. So lots for you to see as we go on. So I've got my lamb helper just arrived. So we'll switch you back round. So this is our pet lamb area here. These guys are our pet lambs from our early ones, so they were born at the beginning of March. So as you can see, they're some size now. So any of our guests that were here at the beginning of March will remember little Jim, who was very small. Is little Jim in that bundle, Logan? Logan will maybe try and wake him up and see. He was a little small triplet who was tiny. Oh, here comes little Jim. Just to let everybody see, he's having a big stretch there. We've disturbed him. I'm sorry, chappie. Here he is. So he was the star of the show during our early lambing. So these guys, yep, we're all maybe about four weeks old now. So they have. Do you want to tell everybody what they eat, Logan?
They eat
the
lamb
drink.
pellets.
Lamb pellets. Do you want to show us some? So they've got a wee trough here. We've just started giving them some lamb pellets. If you just hold it up, oh, some straw in there as well. But they're just little pellets and the lambs nibble away. So we're just starting them off on them, and they drink lots of milk at the moment. So this is our milk system here. This tub has all the milk in it, and then the pipes run through. What does the black box do, Logan?
There's lots of hot water in it, so it heats the milk up when the lambs soak.
Yep, so it heats it, makes it cosy.
Nice and warm for the lambs.
Yep, it's nice and warm. So the lambs have got their, take you around here, the lambs have got their teats here, so they can help themselves whenever they want to. Logan's also made them a climbing frame. So Sammy loves being on the climbing frame. So they have great fun. Okay, we've got a special lamb here for you to see. Who's this?
Spotty.
This is Spotty. And can you tell us a bit about Spotty?
He was our first Beulah quad. So we took this one and his brother off his mum because she wouldn't have managed all 4 of them.
Brilliant, yep, that's dead right. So we had a Beulah ewe, which we'll introduce you to later on in a wee while, and she had quads. So they were born, when were they born, Logie?
They were
Not yesterday, the day before?
Yeah.
2 or 3 days old, these guys. So they're very friendly, but these are Logie's favourites. So we breed these, this breed of lamb especially to keep them as breeding ewes. So they're Welsh mules, the lambs. And so these guys are boys, but they have 2 sisters who will become part of our flock, hopefully. Super, so we'll just have a quick look and see if we've got any questions, because I've not been... There's Mrs. Rowbotham watching. Looks like we've got our hands full with pet lambs. Yes, we do. We had a lot of triplets in our early lambers. So we take them off, we take one away and leave mum with twins, so we look after the pets. Yep. Okay. Is Tiny Tim still there? So that's Tiny Tim is Jim the lamb who we've just shown you, that's right.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely. So these guys will be on milk for sort of 6-7 weeks. We've introduced the pellets already, so by the time a couple of more weeks come, they'll be eating more and more pellets, and we'll introduce them to some hay as well, and then we take them off the milk. We keep them in a smaller pen like this. These guys are the younger of the pet lambs. Here's Spotty again. And we keep them in a smaller pen so that they can find the teats easily. And then once these guys know where the milk is and they're doing it themselves, so Logan's just putting Spotty on to have a wee drink here. Can we sneak through the gate? No, he's changed his mind. Oh, we can. There we go. Yep, there he is. He's going to have a wee drink. And the little tail's going. There we go. So these guys will then graduate into this pen, a bigger pen here. And we just keep putting the little ones, so we know everybody that needs a help is in the little pen, and we just keep an eye on everyone else. So we'll take you up to the lambing shed and we'll see what's going on. Just bear with me while so we're in the older part of the steading here, and I'm sure Gail from Canada will be watching, but Gail came to visit us last year from Canada, and her family originated from this farm before they moved out to Canada, so it's been lovely to hear all about some of the history. But as you can see from the outside of the building, they are lovely big stone thick walls and very old.
These are all the pregnant ones.
Yep, so Logie's telling us this is all the pregnant sheep in here. So this is the shed.
One's lambing.
So we've got Logie spotted here. I don't know if I can zoom in and show you. This ewe here, we can just see she's got a water bag coming from her. So we scan all our sheep, and we have a colour system so these ewes have all got green on the middle of their back, and they are singles. So we keep all of our singles in, so that we can twin on. So that means that when this ewe is ready to lamb, we will twin on a lamb, possibly a triplet that's been born earlier, and we'll twin that on. So we'll rub the lamb in all the juices that come from the mum, and we'll try and pretend to the mum that she's had two. So we have quite a good success rate of doing that, and it means that then this ewe, if she's got plenty of milk, can go out to the field with two lambs. So let's see. Oh, we've got Joan Darby. Oh, it's lovely you're watching too. That's super. Gail's sister from Canada. So are we a mixed farm? Yes, we are. We just have sheep here at home at the moment. It's all about the sheep, but my husband is out at another steading, and that's where all the cattle are. So we have 70 cows as well that are calving just now. So we've got quite a few calves already, and we also grow some crops as well, just for feeding. So if I zoom back out here, you'll see. So you'll see here we feed the ewes with a mixer, a feed wagon. It's just like a huge big kitchen mixer, and Logan's got a handful here. So what have we got in here, Logan?
We've got silage, water, all in the black bales.
Yep, so there. Silage, which is grass that we cut in the summertime.
Then we have dark grains, what we buy from the
distillery. So we buy some dark grains in.
There's some.
What else have we got in here? Can you find any barley? Yep, so we've got little grains of barley and oats in there, which we grow the barley and the oats.
And minerals.
And some minerals to keep the sheep nice and healthy, because they're growing. They've all got lots of babies in their tummies. Okay. So we'll have a wee wander up here. What, John? Yep, so Logan tell you that the lambs that he was showing you earlier, his favourite ones, is from a Beulahs. So this is this sheep here. She's a Beulahs. And here's another one here. So they're actually a Welsh sheep breed, and we go down to Wales and buy them because we like Welsh mules. So the rest of the flock are really made up of Welsh mules, which is these brown and white faced, speckled face here. And we've also got some Texels. So we've got quite a few varieties and different breeds.
We have Shetlands.
And we have a flock of Shetlands as well, which we run. They don't. And Logan has a flock of black Shetlands. So we keep a flock of Shetlands, and they lamb later on, so they're not due to start for another couple of weeks. And they will lamb outside because they're hardy. They're used to being out on the island, and they don't like to come inside. They don't like to be pampered. So these guys here have all got orange on the middle of their backs, and you'll see this one has green and orange. So the orange means that they are triplets, and the green and orange means they're
quads.
They're quads.
So they're having four, like the two lambs I just showed you.
Yep, that's right. Okay. Super. So we've got these guys. We've got quite a few helpers on the farm that today helping us. Well, through the whole of lambing. So we have two agricultural students from Oakridge College who are both called Innes, which has caused a bit of confusion. But we've renamed one Jock. I'm apologising if his mother's watching, but we do call him Innes most of the time. And we've also got Katie with us from Gairloch, who is here to get some experience as well. So it's great. Auntie Mary's watching.
Hi.
And Judy. Super. So the rest of the shed at the other side, they've got no marks on the middle of their back, so they are twins. So the other side is full of twins. So I think I've got one over here. If I zoom.
There's one behind you.
Yep. So there's one over here. You can see this girl's lying, and she's pushing. So we leave them to lamb themselves. Mostly we only intervene if we have to. Sometimes if the lambs aren't presented properly, you want them to come flying out with a nose and two toes, But if the lamb isn't coming correctly, sometimes we have to help. We don't want anybody struggling for too long. So we'll go into the shed and have a look at some of the newborn lambs. Don't think we've got any other questions. We'll just have a look as we're walking over. Okay, David said, do you wet adoptions and do you keep many of the pets? So yeah, we do wet adoptions. That's what we're hoping for. We watch the singles like hawks. We check them more often, and we really want to just catch them just before the lamb comes out, and we'll pop the adopted lamb underneath and pull the single out over it and hopefully get as much of the fluid on as possible. So we've had a great, we welcome all of the guests to our Shepherd's Huts up into the lambing shed so they can come and get involved. This morning we've had great helpers, so we have a shout out to Lucy and Amanda, and Gillian and Meadow and Ruby, and I've forgotten Ruby's mum's name. So this is where they come once they've lambed. Into an individual pen. So this shed, quickly scan round, so we've got about just over 90 pens in this shed. So it lets, we'll just pop down, is it down here? It lets you mum bond with the lambs, it lets her get them all licked and dried and make sure we can keep an eye on them. We can make sure that mum's taken both the lambs, that she's interested in them, and also that she has got plenty of milk for them. So that's this wee guy snoozing. So they were probably less than sort of 12 hours, 24 hours old. So might be easier for you to see if I just pop up. So these guys are quite settled, they've got full tummies. Wee one in here too. Mum's not sure about me coming so close. Somebody's asking where Lewis is. He's getting a bit too cool to help with tours. Okay, so these guys are quite new. You can see this lamb here's umbilical cord, tummy button is still wet. So we put iodine on them. Okay, I'm just getting a nudge on the shoulder here that we've got some lambing action. So we'll just pop back to the shed. What way did he go?
This way.
This way, Logan's going to help. So I said earlier we mixed the feeding that was in the passage in front of the sheep. So this is the big kitchen mixer that we put all the ingredients in. We may have a recipe and we mix it all up, and then that's when it's then put in front of the sheep, and they're far more settled if there's food in front of them all the time. So these are all the twins. The black sheep, I'm sure Logan will claim that one's his. A wee blue Texel. Okay, if you bear with me till I climb over. Oh, super. So Innes is just giving this yow a little bit of a hand. Oh, super. Wowee. So here's the lammy out. I'll just clear its nose from all the gunk. Brilliant. So they're in a water bag, so there's a lot of gunge when they come out. And we'll maybe tickle his nose with a bit of straw. That's it. That's it. That's what we want him to do. We want him to shake and sneeze. Hey. Oops. Lost the microphone. Bear with us. Here's Lammy. So what we'll do is we'll take, and this is just going to get number 2 lambed. Here we go, darling. Here's your lammy. Oh yes, she's going to be a good mummy. She's licking the lammy already. Well, she's giving birth to the next one. Some of the sheep are very quiet and you don't know they're lambing, and others like this one are very vocal. So here we go, there's a lambie getting its head up already, and their instinct is to get on their feet straight away. It's quite amazing. Here we go, so it's shaking its head, and Mum will lick them all dry. Clever girl. Here we go. Mum's just getting a hand to have her second one. Is it all there? So the second one's not coming the right way, so the boys are going to just help Mum get the lamb presented the correct way before. Oh, Mum making an awful lot of noise. Here we go, here's your baby. Here's your baby. Here you go, cover girl. So you can hear them speaking to each other already. Mum will murmur away and the lamb will murmur away, and that's them getting to know each other and part of the bonding process already. So when the lamb's out in the field, it'll know it's Mum's voice, and vice versa if the lamb gets lost. So it's very typical for when the ewes to start pinching when their hormones kick in and they're just starting to lamb. So this one here is very interested in what we're doing. And if we weren't here and this mum had her lambs by herself, she would probably be over being a really helpful auntie. So Innes has got this lamb presenting correctly now. Oops. We'll just wait a wee second till they're very slippery when they're inside, so it's very difficult to get the little feet to give it a help out. But as you can see, the lamb here already is starting to try and get on its feet. It's trying to find its legs. There we go, it's shouting at its mummy, meh meh. So if anybody has any other questions, just drop them in the comments. This lamb's quite cosy where it is and it's not wanting to come. Quite warm and comfortable. So the mums produce milk called colostrum, which is the first milk. So when it's a set of twins, when we're lambing them here, we've got this very noisy auntie's coming for a look just to see what's going on, make sure there's nothing she can help with. So I would suspect that she'll not be far away from lambing. I think I'll get Katie to go and check. So yep, sorry, the lambs take colostrum is the first milk that they drink, and it's really thick, it's got lots of goodness in it, and it gets their intestines and their guts going, so just the same as humans. So when there's twins, we've got to make sure that mum's got plenty of milk, and also if she doesn't, then we can give some sit there.
Alright, see you.
There we go, so it's very lively, only been born for a couple of minutes. And hopefully I'll have a brother or sister. So how many Shetlands? We have about 500 Shetland ewes. Far too many because they're very wild. Hi to Hannah. Eleanor. So the Shetlands, they have smaller lambs. They're slower maturing lambs. So it means that we have lambs coming ready later on in the year. So some of our Shetland lambs from last year are just being sold now. Okay. So this one's proven slightly trickier than we thought. So Kerry's asking, do other sheep try and mother the babies too when they are so vocal like that? Just saw the one come over. Yeah, absolutely they do. So we call them pinchers, and that's her right there. She would be over pinching. So the minute we leave this yow, she'll be over and she'll be trying to lick the lambs. How do we pick names? Well, I've got to admit we don't have names for all the lambs because we have so many. Lewis and Logan do choose names sometimes for some of their favourite ones. Some of the favourite sheep, some of them are quite characters, so some of them will have names. So we'll have a wee look over here in the pens again. And hopefully before we sign off, we'll see the second twin arriving. There we go, and I think the team are keeping an eye on that single. So that we can make sure we don't miss it. Okay, so I think Logie's keen to show you. Don't worry. Logie's keen to show you the Beulah that we met its lambs in the pet pen. So we'll have a wee look just in these pens as we go around. So you can see some of these were born yesterday, so they will be numbered. So here we go, here's the star of the show. Here's the good mum. So this is Spotty's sisters. Yeah. So there was two boys and two girls. And there's the other sister. This is my favourite one. This is Logan's favourite one. He's excited about this girl. So we keep these girls as breeding yows, so they'll become part of our flock. That's our future. So it's very exciting to see them growing. We've got a few Beulahs in this row, so there's some Beulahs at the back here as well. A lovely set of lambs cuddling in with mum. Yep, Granny's watching. Hi to Granny from Logan. And there's Sophie and Abby, who were staying with us just the last day or two. Hi to them. We'll have to zoom back out. Meet this mummy's very protective. She's watching us closely what we're doing. So we'll here. And we should also shout out to Solway Recycling, who kindly sent these pens last minute. So these pens are made from recycled plastic. And they're super because the lambs can't get out of them. And the yows are very settled in them. So have a wee quick look at some of these. Got mummy here. She's a single. She's given us a wee stamp. She's just warning us that they're her babies and protecting them. So this yow is marked a single, but as you can see we've got two lambs in here. So we've twinned one onto her and she's been very protective and they're both full. So this is good. And then we've got a twin in here with two nice big lambs. So yeah. So when they get older, not sort of 12-24 hours, they're dry, they're full, mum's happy. We number them. So we use red numbers for twins. So mum and the lambs get the same number, which allows us to make sure that everybody's in the right place in the field. So these guys are due to go out this afternoon. Who's got one? So we then muck out all the pens, we spray with disinfectant, and we then start the process all over again. We have clean straw in, just to keep the disease down, the bugs down. Somebody's asking, Derry is asking how many lambs we keep for breeding. So we have about 150 to 180, just depending on the year. Sometimes we buy some hogs in, and sometimes we'll keep we always keep our own, but we might buy additional in as well. So we keep probably about 100 each year to join our flock. Maybe a little bit more. Do you want to go and see if they planned that one? So Logan's got a wee handful here of the food that when the sheep come in, this is the food they get. So this is like their tea and toast once you've had your baby. So this is what they get fed. So what have we got here? We've got barley, and we've got oats, we've got dark grains, and I think what's the magic ingredients, Logan? Some
treacle.
Some treacle. So the sheep really like their treacle. They go daft for treacle. It gives them a lot of energy at this time when they've got lambs in their tummies, and that's the dark grains there as well. So this is like the tea and toast when they come into the maternity ward. So I'm sorry if I've missed any questions. I'll go back through and answer any, and if anybody's got any after watching, then we will we'll go through them and we'll give you a wee reply. But thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you also to Go Rural Scotland for allowing us this opportunity. So if anybody fancies getting outdoors, staying on a farm, visiting farm shops, Go Rural Scotland is the website to visit. So check out that, and you can see what's in your area and also what's further afield. So there's lots to be done, and lots of farms out there looking forward to welcoming you as well. If you join the Go Rural Facebook page tomorrow, there's a tour coming from Inchick Farm. I'm sure they're on the Perthshire Angus border, so it'll be great to join them. And you've got tours for about a week to 10 days, so make sure you check out every tour at 1 o'clock. Yep, I think that was everything I was to mention, but I'd just like to thank everybody for joining us. It's been good fun having you all here. And hopefully we'll maybe welcome some of you to the Shepherd's Hut in the future. You can check out our own social media pages. We're on Facebook and Instagram as well, so you can follow on our stories to see what we're up to in the lambing shed. Thanks everybody so much. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.